Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Mysterious Cameraman. Today I am talking about The Flash Season 2, Episode 1, The Gotta Speed. I think that's the episode name, actually. I just completely blanked. Let's check YouTube, guys. Yeah. So I reviewed every episode of Season 1. I thought it was very good. Had my issues with it. Liked it overall. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to talk about the episode. Again, because this is a series, and because we already have one season of it, and because I'm also a huge fan of the Flash show, I kind of figured out the whole plot that I think they're going for this season, which kind of sounds bad, and I could be really wrong, but so I'm going to really dive in depth in this. I'm going to talk a lot about the story. Then, of course, I'll do 6 points. But before we get into any of that, if you haven't already seen any trailer for my own fan film, Captain America: The Taskmaster Trials, the film releases September 30th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So get ready for that. Besides that, let's get into the video. Alrighty. I'm going to just talk about the episode. I don't normally do this. I normally do this in the story part of the 6 points. I just think this is easiest. I just like it. Film opens with, like, the hours or later. Like, they do it in Arrow Season 3, Episode 9, The Climb. I know they do that there. That's the earliest thing I remember that they do that in. I don't know. There are definitely other things. There are definitely episodes of The Flash that do that. I think Flash season, I actually don't know what episodes of The Flash do that. I do know, though. Like, I know what episodes I'm thinking of, but I think one of the Christmas episodes does that. I don't know which it is, but there are definitely episodes of The Flash that do the thing, like, where it opens, then it's, like, a cold open, and then it cuts to hours earlier. I believe they do that in Season 3. I really could be wrong with all this. However, I'm having, like, visions of, like, the Christmas thing, then it cuts to, like, no, I'm thinking of the Zoom thing in Episode 9. I don't know, but I know the show does this. I should stop wasting time on discussing that. I'm a Flash nerd. But I think if you guys have seen the show, you know what scenes I'm talking about. It's a classic CW thing that they do all the time. I'm now going to be stressed about this. I really want to know what episode I'm thinking of. It's fine. I'm going to remember it right when I finish this video. I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be like, ah! Alrighty. Yeah, let's talk about this. It opens with that type of thing. And I think that would have been cool. But I think this episode was kind of rushed. And the thing is I only feel like this episode is rushed if this is a 5-episode thing like last season. This is 6 episodes this season. If they are going for such a bigger plot this season that they need to rush the Savitar thing, I think that's fine. However, I think there were things to be done here that I just don't think they went for. Between the actual showing of the scene that, like, they open to, and then the scene where it actually happens in this film, it's like 4 minutes apart, and the opening credits are in there. So barely anything happens. I think there's like three dialogue scenes, and 2 of them he's on the phone. Maybe not even. Like, they really wanted to have that open and then go back to it 4 minutes later. I thought that was a bit of a weird editing choice. But I think it would have been cool. After that, we get a shot of, later in the film, we see, then he goes and tries to fight him and he gets demolished. I think this is an awesome way to be in Savitar. I like how powerful he is seen to be. But then we also see a future Barry zoom in and be like, it's too early. I'm going to talk about my predictions for that at the end of the video. Then the episode goes on. We get a bit of build-up with Ralph and Barry and their rivalry. We had a bit of build-up for that. We get a bit of a talk scene between a robber and Barry, which was set up in Season 1, and we learn more about Savitar. And the episode ends with Savitar and Barry talking. Personally, I think overall this is a good episode. This should have been 2 episodes. I think that it would have been really interesting if we open with Barry I think we get a few, not just 2 scenes with Dimney. I think maybe we get like 4 or 5 scenes with Dimney. Maybe like 3 or 4. 3 or 4 scenes with Dimney. Maybe we get another character play like a Sing. We get a scene or 2 with Sing. Then we still get the robber sequence. And then maybe the robber sequence comes before we first meet Savitar. Because then I feel like at the end it should end with Barry getting humiliated, Barry losing, and then that. And then the second episode being him trying to learn more about Savitar. Maybe the robber comes in here. We learn more. We have the scene of Barry and Savitar talking, and then that just leads into a fight of Barry getting humiliated again. I think that could be very interesting. Again, I don't know what they're doing for the 6 episodes. I heard that there's 2 villains in the 6 episodes. I think that's maybe not the best decision. However, if they are doing 2 villains in the 6 episodes, and if the other villain isn't Dimney, if they have the villains being Savitar and Dimney and someone else, that's going to be weird. But I do like this episode. I feel like I don't know what they're doing from here. I don't know how they're doing the episodes, and I don't know, because they did post a few months ago that there's going to be a second villain. I don't know if that's true or not. So, as I was saying, I just did some research. They are doing Atomic Skull, so there's going to be 3 villains. They're saying Atomic Skull is going to be at both episodes 3 and 6, because they're not so clear about it. I'm guessing Atomic Skull is going to be episode 3, and I think that's fine. If they do Goddess Speed, then Savitar Rises. Then they do Atomic Skull, they throw Green Arrow in there to just, let this series go out, and then Origins fade out, or Revelations, Origins, and fade out. My guess is that they are telling a lot of stories in this season, and maybe they just had to rush the overall first big thing of Savitar and really set that rivalry up. However, I just don't think maybe that just wasn't working for me, but I feel like they needed to set up more stuff. And maybe I'm just reading it wrong, and they weren't able to, and they were like, how about we just do a lot of Savitar in this episode? I didn't mind it. I just feel like if they really are going for a 6-episode thing, then maybe there isn't so much plot, because this is 2 episodes, really. And if they have enough plot to tell, they have 1 episode of I Know Who You Are, 1 episode of More Origins, 1 episode of a fight, and then a 2-part finale, then yes, they can do it. But, again, if they don't pull that off, then it's going to feel like they did a lot this episode, and then they kind of slowed it down the rest. Who knows? Again, I don't know what they're planning. My guess is that Savitar is going to be Barry. He does say that I am the future Flash. And I'm guessing, actually, that what's going to happen is future Barry is going to run back and basically try to stop the creating of Savitar, basically. There's going to come an event, I'm guessing at, the mid-season finale point, where Barry's going to unintentionally create Savitar. And then future Barry's going to run back and defeat the creation of Savitar, so Savitar's never born, because he says too early. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. It's going to be something like that. Again, it's going to be some time remnant thing. I'm not too shocked. Let's get, there's one thing I just did not love. I feel like Barry just got too, arrogant. At the start, I get it. He defeated so many villains, I think that's fine. I think towards the end, when he's you're gonna lose, you're gonna fail and all that, and he kind of was saying all that stuff to Savitar. I thought that was a bit odd, but it wasn't bad. Let's get into the 6 points, because this is getting pretty long. Directing, I thought this was pretty well directed. It wasn't great, it wasn't anything special really, but I feel like it was good. Editing, I thought, was pretty good. It was way better than Season 1, definitely. The editing looked way better in this than Season 1, but that's what you expect. They really put a lot of effort, I can see, into Season 2. Acting. I thought the acting in this was very good. I did like all the characters that we saw. I feel like they need to build that up right now, because currently I care about Barry, but I don't care about Dimney right now, and I feel like if they want us to care about Dimney, they're gonna have to do more than that, and I think they really need to give a lot to Dimney if we want to make Dimney work. Savitar is gonna work because he's just that threatening. He already works in this episode. I feel like if they really want Dimney to work, we need to kind of like, we need to learn more about him, but they're gonna do that, so hopefully. Let's continue with the 6-point story. I just spoke for 7 minutes about, don't need to continue that. Choreography. There weren't too many fight scenes. When there were fight scenes, I felt like they looked pretty good. Again, they're not like the chase sequences that we normally see from them, so who knows. And the music, they don't have original themes. It's not an issue, they just never have done original themes. But overall, I thought this episode was pretty cool. Is it better than everything in season 1? No. It's definitely better than some of the episodes in season 1. But personally, this isn't my favorite. Again, I don't think I've ever had, like, the first episode of the season be my favorite of anything. But, like, actually, no, Secret Invasion episode 1, crap. But besides Secret Invasion episode 1, I can't name anything else. So, I thought this episode was really good. I thought there were some episodes in season 1 better, but there were some this was better than. Again, there's not so much they could do in this situation. They have to wait until they build it more out. But who knows what they'll do. Besides, I thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already seen any trailers for my own fan film, Captain America: The Taskmaster Trials, the film releases September 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Besides, I thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.